Ah! Luckily that's not ominous or anything. I have a suspicion which book it might be. One second before I read that. This old man is chanting something in a language you can't understand, apparently conducting some kind of dark ritual, with a rather important looking book, which you'll have already noticed is generating some kind of ominous dark portal. Well, let's interrupt him then. Excuse me? What? What do you want? Can you see I'm busy? Well, it's just that I'm looking for a certain book, and I'll be frankly amazed if it isn't the one you've got on that pedestal there. And you think I'm just gonna give it to you? Get out of here. Who are you? You don't recognize me? Should I? I've only been enrolled here for an afternoon. I'm Dean Wormwood, and if you don't leave immediately, I'll expel you. I already graduated. I meant out of this dimension. Oh, what are you actually doing? Didn't I just tell you not to interrupt me? Yeah, but you're already interrupted now, so you might as well tell me, right? Oh yes, certainly. I'll just reveal my entire plan to some random grad student or whoever you are. That would certainly be to my advantage. Would it? Oh, you're being sarcastic. A stellar observation. Full marks. Now get out of here before I put you on double secret probation. Jeez, you don't have to get so sore about it. Should we just fight him or bewitch him? Criticize his magic circle? Sure. You know, I'm pretty sure you've got your focusing diagram wrong. Oh yes? And what do you know about it, huh? Well, I know the square goes there and the hexagon goes there. You've got them switched. What? But... Oh, I get it. You used an old compass. West is north now. You have to flip this across the diagonal, you see? What? But that doesn't make any... As the dean frantically scans his handiwork, you casually put a hand on his shoulder and give him a straight arm shove towards the portal. He stumbles and screeches in pain and terror as he's sucked into it with a whoosh, like a mouse caught by a shop vac, and then the portal vanishes with a quiet pop. Whoops. Well, goodbye, Dean. Let's take the book. This is unmistakably the book you are looking for. Let's take it. Oh wait, this is just a copy of the student handbook. There's nothing unusual about it. Well, shoot, that cursed book has to be around here somewhere though. Well, damn. Ah, there it is. We have to go on the outside though. I saw the stars through the book. It's probably about astronomy. Ah, here it is. This is unmistakably the book you're looking for. Let's check it out. Check it out as in examine it or as borrow it from the library. Both. You got an item. Librum umbra malum ovilla. Okay. Librum, I think means book. Umbra is, I think, like a shadow. Malum means bad, I think. Yeah, not to be confused with malus, which is the apple, and ovilla, I don't know what that means, to be honest. This book radiates menace. The spine is as dry and cracked as the spine of a spooky skeleton. The binding reminds you of a skeleton bound to a dungeon wall with rusty manacles. The picture of a skeleton on the cover is also evocative of something scary, but you can't place what it is. It's evil. Okay, let's take a look. Can we read it? Ooh. You open the book. The symbols on the first page writhe and change. This book is dangerous and you shouldn't read it. Okay, let's put it away. In West of Loathing, the scary books gave you some abilities with some permanent downsides. Some hobo code is scratched on the wall between these two shelves. hobo-relevant literature nearby. You scour the nearby shelves until you find the book in question. The psychophagry of panhandling. Grants a plus meat drops perk. Yeah, I'm gonna read that. An academic treatise on begging. Even though its subject matter is complex, this book is written in such simple language that even a child hobo could understand it. Still, it's going to take an adult level of willpower to actually finish it. I'll do that later because I can afford the perk that gives me more XP gains right now. Yeah. +1 Moxie, +5 XP from fights. I think that's a better choice here. Yeah, accelerating how fast we get the stuff. Okay, anything else you can say about me? About me? To me? Nothing new about the book I found. Nothing now, thanks. And we've talked to you enough. I think you're annoyed enough with me as is. Let's go to the fish and chips. You wander into a science lab and see that someone has left some kind of experimental magical reactor running unattended. Maybe they realized it was in the process of explosively overloading and ran away. Maybe you should follow their example. Let's inspect it. You inspect the reactor carefully and discover the problem. It's being powered by electrically overcharged will-o'-the-wisps. And the field that keeps them contained isn't running at full power due to some faulty soldering in the control circuits. If it seems improbable that you would know enough about this stuff to figure that out, just assume it was written in a notebook someone left on the table. Let's fix the reactor. You quickly skim the experimenter's notes, grab a soldering iron and make the necessary repairs. Even the wisps are impressed by your intelligence and handiness. One of them gives you a grudging thumbs up from behind the reactor's tempered glass window. Nice. Well done all around. Okay. Let's give you some barbecue sauce then. Floyd Carbuncle. Here you go, Floyd. 1 serving of barbecue sauce. Oh, holy cow, thank you. He takes a big sniff of the sauce. Sweet and smoky. Just like Dad used to make. Well, just like the machines at Dad's factory used to make. Dad's job was just making sure the rats didn't unionize. Well, enjoy. I sure will. Thanks for your help. Let's leave him. Well, how much do we have now? We have 48. Close. Okay. And this guy we can't really talk to. Right. We already bought a pencil, I think. Right. I assume there's still some things to be found here. Let's wander. In an alley between 2 campus buildings, you find a daisy growing out of a pile of discarded coffee grounds. Collect some pollen. The daisy calms down noticeably as you remove the pollen. Energizing powder. This is a natural energizing compound. Nature speaks in mysterious ways, but not before it's had its coffee. There we go. Let's go for another wander, or let's just move down to Ovid's shop. Oh, you again. Let's lie again. Yeah, a fuse falls out of our mouth again. Does that mean we gain a fuse or not? Wait, now we should have... No. Now we should have enough to read the book. Let's read it. You study the book until you've memorized a bunch of techniques for getting people to relinquish additional meat. Expert panhandler. You've learned what makes people tick, and more importantly, what makes people feel generous. Plus 25% meat drops. Wonderful. You drop the book in one of SIT's pneumatic book return chutes, so it can be of use to the next prospective hobo. A rising balance lifts all ledgers. Took me a bit to get that one. Okay. Do you have anything else? Hey there, pal. Can I interest you in some quality merchandise? Let's see what's up with these beds. Okay. Right, we've seen that before. Her Majesty's least favorite poems, right. Still a lot of stuff we could buy here. I don't know if this does anything for us or if it's just, you know, a way to waste money. Wouldn't be a new thing for this type of game. Let's go to the bus stop. Let's go to Ocean City now. And I think it's time to uncurse something, right? Let's go to Murray's Antiques. No, first, you know what? Let's quickly go to the bar. To the speakeasy. Let's talk to Fancy Dan. What's shaking, Dan? I am, baby, I am. Here's your cut of the profits, baby. I found a case of absinthe. Ah, this will attract some dour artsy types. I love it. I found this cola. This will come in handy if any children want to get drunk here. I found this drum of vermouth. Yeah, baby, vermouth is one of my favorite moves. Or mouse, yeah. Let's order a drink. Ah, we can buy stuff now. Ooh, absinthe plus mysticality and moxie. That's pretty good. Ooh. Oh, we could mix vermouth with vermouth to get some range damage, but I have magical damage right now. So let's mix in some cola. Absinthe and cola, sounds great. He pours it and sets it in front of you, bottoms up. Cocktailed. Nice, mysticality, moxie, max AP. Let's leave. We didn't even have to pay for that. The two girls you met in the diner back in Poughkeepsie, okay. Hey there, how was your road trip? Oh hi, it was the cat's pajamas. Her OAO was all in a tizzy that we mooched his egg crate though. That old hay burner needed the constitutional. If my heavy would quit being such a dewdropper, I wouldn't have a yenny to drag a hoof with niftig cookies like that Oliver Twist that was making goo-goo eyes at my gams all night. That sip was a flower flusher from hell to breakfast. If you hadn't been so sophisticated on that panther sweat we were gargling, you'd have rumbled that he was itching for your Mazuma more than your stilts. It figures, but he was a real peacheroony all the same. Yes, exactly. Exactly what I was thinking, to be honest. Obviously. You just clang the spoons. Molly is dancing with surprising vigor, right? This lady seems to be dancing to a different song than the other people. We know that. Gabby is dancing. He's infected with Charleston fever. Only the bass line, the piano, spirit-filled glass. We've seen that. These people are obviously on a third date. You shouldn't bother them. It's weirdly responsible of this illegal poison dispensary to have a first aid kit. Yes, gauze pad and activated charcoal briquette. Lovely. Open it. It won't budge. Okay. Can you open the door for us? Nah. Okay, that's fine. Alright, now let's head back to Murray's. And let's uncurse that thing. Let's see in what kind of strange situation it's gonna put us now. Let's sit in it. You sit in the chair, which is surprisingly comfortable, and pull the weird metal dome thing down over your head. What would you like to uncurse today? The Librum Umbra Malum Ovilla. Ita Vero. You offer the grim Latin tome to the machine. Your head tingles as the machine thrums and vibrates. Inhuman vowels ululate in your ear. dark words from the tip of your tongue. A cacophony of language reverberates and resounds, and pow, suddenly dissipates. The curse is severed from the book. All that nasty Latin has been wiped away, revealing the uncorrupted beauty beneath. 101 delicious mutton recipes. Having lifted the curse, you realize now that it's a cookbook. It's a cookbook. The book's curse now lives in the machine. I don't think you can project your consciousness into it. Think again, pal. Ooh. Okay, where are we now? There's a chicken. Hyla, small bird. Oh, we're talking again. Wonderful. Henricus has much confidence to come here alone. Ave, barbarian. Hails. I stand before you in the name of Imperator Gaius Julius Caesar Divus, Dominus of these lands. The Imperator's birthday is next Mercury's Day. It is a big birthday. He will be 40. Sign his birthday card, barbarian, and the Empire shall look with favor upon your tribe. Then we are... when we are in public, you call me barbarian. I will sign the card. Let's leave for now. There is still wisdom left in old Friedenot for those who ask the right questions. Hyla Grimhild. Hyles. Not often is Latin spoken in our soil without bloodshed. It augurs well for our future. Henricus offers us much power. Yeah. The tribes who ally with Empire are greatly rewarded, but I can name no tribe who would be as powerful as you, Grimhild, if you are good to that man. Friedenot, don't speak of marriage at this time. Ah, why scold me? Would it not go well for our future and yours? A secure peace for all, with much power to you and benefits. Would you not like to have fine skills, Grimhild? And spices and fine creams? Farewell. Okay, 1 second. All that talking is making my mouth fuzzy, so I sometimes need to take a sip of tea, that's all. Agi has lost much to the wolves, still he hunts. Hails Agi. Spit on a son of Rome, Grimhild. Frathia. Or Frathia. I don't know how exactly to pronounce that, but it's a TH sound. Henricus offers power on top of peace. Power in return for suckling the sucklings of a she-wolf. That is no power. Agi drinks the milk of bears and he spits on sons and daughters of Rome. Agi speaks too much of suckling. Talk plainly. No truce with Empire, Grimhild. Frathia, farewell for now. Can we enter that? Yeah. Something over here. Just more buildings. We could leave now. Anything? Okay, we can't get past this guy yet. Okay, let's talk to you. When we are in public, you call me barbarian. Ah, so when you seek in private to ply me with sweet words. Ah, so you seek in private to ply me with sweet words, but now you call me barbarian? I'm on official business, Grimhild, and my words are chosen accordingly. If you do not perceive my passions, it is only because I have dominion over them. Speak not of passions to me in this place. Sic est. You know what? I think we could probably buff up our muscle, right? Like, is that based on the real world? Not like the stat we had with the dinosaur? I don't think we can do anything in here. Let's go outside for a second, because our muscle is just 4. We can change that though. The taped up fedora, and do we have something here? Not here, maybe here. Something for muscle. Sleaze armor, melee weapon, item drops. Spooky armor, sleaze armor, mysticality, hot armor. Right, of course, those. Muscle. I think we needed 6, right? I think we needed 6, and we're at that yet. So we can threaten the guy. The book's curse. Let's go. Let's talk to Henricus. Let's threaten him. Step aside, Henricus, or I'll go right through you. I don't respond to threats. Look at me. What would happen to the man who stands in my way? I don't respond to rhetorical questions. And I don't ask questions. Vex me further and I'll kill your entire family. I don't respond to threats. You respond to me or you'll die. I don't respond to threats. Look at me. I don't threaten to tear men down the middle. I do it. I don't respond to threats. Okay. So we can't really do much here. Wait. Do you remember what happened when you first annoyed me? I don't respond to recall and process questions. Are you attached to your eyes? Do you think you still will be by sunset? Fair, Grimhild. It is fairly won. You are right. I would not wish to lose my eyes, and be deprived in turn of your fine beauty. Pig, step aside. Are you attached to your eyes? A sharp wit is yours indeed, Grimhild. But oh, if you had only lashed me with a Latin tongue, your barbs would ring like great poetry. You bore me with your Latin. Ja, Grimhild. This foolish man is no longer a danger to you. A birthday card to Imperator. Let's try that again. A birthday card to Imperator Gaius Julius Caesar Divus is a powerful document. There is no better opportunity for the tribes in the north to gain Caesar's notice and favor. We could write a message, or we could punch the sky. No, we could punch the card into the sky. Let's do that. Bang. There we go. Oh, it's a constellation now. I wonder if we could have found it then. The book. Consummatum est. The curse that once lodged within that forbidden and nasty text has been unwritten and undone. And you find in it a fascinating final chapter you did not notice before. Upgrade. 111 delicious mutton recipe. 111 delicious mutton recipes. Meaty expertise. Increase meat drops. Okay. 10 new ways to prepare mutton. What a bounty. I'm excited to cook something. I honestly have never eaten mutton, and I'm not planning to change that, so I cannot comment on the taste. Let's read it. This book is so much less scary than it used to be that it's now almost as boring as a real book. Let's read it. This 11-chapter cookbook consists of 1 chapter of actual mutton recipes, preceded by 9 chapters devoted to techniques for securing the mutton in the first place. You're not that interested in mutton acquisition, but the tips have some general applicability. Plus 30% meat drops, and there's 1 more chapter. 23 unspent XP, but I need 30. The final chapter has a density of information that is going to take some time to pass. There are some mutton recipes for sure, but also detailed information on basically every other kind of meat that exists. Do you want to foray into the text? You have 23 and I need 30. Not right now, I'll do that in a bit. Alright then, so we have that now. Yes, some more meat drops. Wonderful. Let's talk to you. I got that book and possibly also a bachelor's degree in robotectronics. I'm not exactly sure. Wow, sounds like a busy day. Yes, that's a fair assessment. I'm going to bed now. Okay, sleep tight. We're having some trouble pinpointing the next artifact, but we should have it sorted out in the morning. Alright. Is the mob guy gonna talk to us again later? You take a look at the recent bookcase acquisition. Charles just can't resist the antique bookshelf man and his amazing deals. Wow, I can't believe I slept through the antique bookshelf man. All the books are in Latin. Never learned Latin myself, so who knows if it's the history of the Roman Empire we got there or pornography. Could be both. You know any Latin, Jay? Are you kidding? Yeah. They say it's a dead language, but I think nothing ever really dies. It just ends up in our store. Let's check the books. Jesus, I have smelled. You select a random book from the Latin language collection. Lorem ipsum dolor sit amet appears. My Latin is way too rusty. It's been like 7 years since I last had a Latin class, and I wasn't that good at that point anyways. So, yeah. Dolor means pain. Amet, I guess, is probably some form of loving. Lorem ipsum is, that phrase. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. Appears to be about graphic design in the Holy Roman Empire. Hard to imagine that knowledge becomes relevant to your quest, but hey, now you know where to find it. But what's that? You got an item. Jesus, I have smelt. One woman's tale of her travels and the many terrible cheeses she encountered on them. Queso fustulento. Deal 5 stench damage. How'd that slip in there? Better take it. Clearly too modern to have any resale value in an antique store. Get away. Magna. Alright, let's read that then. You read the author's account of the world's worst smelling cheeses. It inspires you to feast to feats of great stench. Silent cheese, deadly cheese. There's an epilogue, but due to a misprint, it's in a really, really small typeface. You could read it, but it's gonna take some effort. Queso Fustulento will deal 2 additional stench damage. I could squint at it for 100 XP, but I do not have that right now. Now is not the time for squinting. At some point I should probably grind up and get some XP against one of these typical grinding rooms. I almost forgot. Before he left on his errand, Charles asked me to have you pick a 3rd store. Of course. The first applicant is Jardware's Hardware. I guess if your name is Jardware, your options for rhyming business names are pretty limited. The second is Rodkin's Fine Jewelry. A jewelry store could really class up Old Plunkett Street. And the last applicant is La Table Enchantée. It's like a high-end kitchen store, magical utensils and that. Okay, let's take the kitchen place. Okay, I'll get them moved in, and then I'm sure Charles will get the next storefront ready for applicants. Right, we should actually look at that. I don't think we looked at the newest store. I always forget about that. Okay, Cola War surplus. Bertram's Bakery, right. Hello, Bertram. Let's introduce ourselves. Hey, hi, are you Bertram? I'm Jay, a friend of Charles. Well, heck, call me Bert. Pleased as punch to meet you, Jay. Any friend of Charles is a friend of mine. In fact, I'll give you a friend discount. Wow, really? Sure. Just assume that all my prices would be 10% higher if we weren't friends. Great. What's for sale? Crusty roll. Physical armor by 3. It's the good kind of crust, the expensive kind. Nice. Mana enriched flour, of course. We have 2 already. Scarlet pumpernickel. Bert knows it's pimpernickel. He just doesn't care. Increases maximum HP by 5 until you eat something else. That seems fine, but I don't really increase that a lot. I go for stats usually. Slice of burnt toast. I guess that's hot resistance, right? It's still smoldering. Increase your hot armor by 4 until you eat something else. Yes. Frozen toast, increase your cold armor by 4 until you eat something else. Magnificent. I don't really need it at this point. But that's good to have, I guess. I need to use one more dubious grenade, then we finish that plotline. I think we should really get that at some point. Okay, let's see. What did you have? Did you have anything we needed? Antique mace for 90. Muscle plus 4 physical damage, causes 2 bleeding. They really knew how to make things heavy back then. Yeah. Imported shillelagh. You can tell this isn't a local knockoff because it's spelled correctly. Yeah, I never know how to spell shillelagh, to be honest. Deals your muscle plus 4 physical damage. So the same, but without bleeding. Okay. Don't really need that, I'm not that muscle focused, so yeah. Okay, let's head into the bed. Yeah. Let's go to sleep, let's see. Banes are cute, yes, let's go to sleep. And see where it takes us this time.